Hi, my name is Lisa, and I work in a library in the mountains of North Carolina, and I love it when you get to come to the library for a story time, but I know sometimes you can't make it to the library and sometimes the library's closed, so these online story times are a way for you to have a little bit of library fun at home. So we've been doing story times for every letter of the alphabet, and today we are on the last letter of the alphabet. Do you know what letter that is? Letter Z. There's capital and lowercase letter Z. And they have exactly the same shape, just one's a little bit smaller than the other. So do you know the sound that letter Z makes? Zzz. And I would like to dedicate this story time to a very special little girl who has been very patient waiting for a story time that was the letter that her name starts with. So I wanted to say thank you, Zoiana, for being so patient and waiting for the letter Z story time. So we start every alphabet story time by building a puzzle together, and I'm going to give you clues to words that have the Z sound. They begin with the Z sound. So the first word I want you to guess is an animal that looks a lot like a horse, but it has black and white stripes. Do you know what that is? Z, z. Zebra. All right, the next word I want you to guess, sometimes you have buttons. I have buttons on my shirt and on my sweater, but on your jacket you might have something else that closes your jacket up to keep you warm, and it starts with a Z, and it almost makes the Z sound when you're using it. Did you guess zipper? Zipper. All right, the next word I want you to guess is a vegetable that grows in the garden. It's green, and honestly, when I was your age, I don't think I even knew what it was. Do you know the word zucchini? Have you eaten a zucchini? That's going to go right here. The zucchini is the green vegetable with some spots on it right there. Okay, the next word I want you to guess is a place where you would go to see exotic animals like elephants or kangaroos or tigers. And the word, it starts with the sound Z, but it rhymes with boo, and it rhymes with moo. Did you guess zoo? Zoo. Goes right there. And the last word I want you to guess is a number. And it is a number less than 1, and it rhymes with the word hero, but it starts with Z, Z. Did you guess the number 0? All right, so what did we make with our puzzle? We made the letter Z, and now we're going to sing a song, and our song goes like this. We are learning letter Z, letter Z, letter Z. We are learning letter Z. Z, 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 Z. So if you use the Letterland curriculum in your school, you know that's the sound that Zigzag Zebra makes when he's sleeping. So now we're going to sing another verse for our song. Let's do 0, and I'm just going to make a 0 with my hands like this. You could do no fingers for 0. You could make a 0 with your arms. You could think of any action you want to go along with 0 while you sing the next verse. 0 starts with letter Z, letter Z, letter Z. 0 starts with letter Z. Z, 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 Z. So now you could pause this video and you could make up an action for each letter or each picture that's on our puzzle. Have you seen this book before? This was one of my favorite books when I was a child. The name of it is Put Me in the Zoo. Can you point to the letter Z in the title of that book? Is it in that word? That word? That word? That word? That word? There it is. Z in the word zoo. Now, while I don't have the author's permission to read this story to you in my video, I did link to the story, and you can hear it by going into the Show More section underneath this video, and you'll be able to hear this story. But I have a special treat for you today. Even though I can't read this story to you today, I can read this story to you today. This is called Hungry Heidi Eats from A to Z. Can you find the letter Z in this story? Right here. This is a story about the dog that belonged to our family, and the dog's name was Heidi. Heidi was a Rottweiler, and I took pictures of her as she ate something for every letter of the alphabet. So I'm going to read that story to you now. Hungry Heidi eats from A to Z. A is for apple, which gets Heidi drooling. She could eat more than one a day, no fooling. In the orchard, she can get them all by herself. In the kitchen, she must wait until someone can help. I wonder if they are really good for her health. Heidi will eat blueberries, blackberries, and broccoli too. Sometimes I think she belongs in a zoo. Bananas are one of her favorite treats, but I'm pretty sure she has never tried beets. Eating vegetables has its merits. One of Heidi's favorites is carrots. She's also quite fond of corn on the cob. She could eat that like it was her job. Unfortunately, Heidi likes chocolate a lot. Is this good for Heidi? No, it is not. When she eats too much chocolate, quite sick she can get, and then we may have to take her to the vet. Sometimes this has put us a little in debt, but we are still happy that Heidi is our pet. Donuts are a favorite item. No matter what flavor, Heidi will bite 'em. She will also eat dandelions out of the yard. She does this by herself since it's not very hard. Heidi's favorite meal is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. With an appetite like that, she will never get thinner. Enchiladas, eggs, even Easter candy. Heidi thinks they are all just dandy. By now you know that Heidi loves fruit. She would even eat it served out of a boot. She doesn't give a hoot. Heidi likes grapes, but they are not good for dogs. Grapes might be better for hogs. There is something Heidi loves, and it helps keep her lean. We could actually call her the green bean queen. At Easter time, we have a feast, but when all the family activities have ceased, and no one is watching that furry beast, the bone from the Easter ham is left unattended. There will be no ham bone soup, the family lamented. In the summer, when we want a drink, we gather ice from the fridge, but before we can blink, Heidi comes running through the door to gather any ice cubes that fall on the floor. Heidi is a jelly bean fiend. From jelly beans she cannot be weaned. No matter what color we gave her, she thought every flavor was one she should savor. While making a recipe called island fruit salad, I decided to see if my theory was valid. Would Heidi really eat fruit of any kind? I gave her some kiwi, and for more she did whine. Heidi would eat lollipops of any flavor or size. For lollipop eating she could win a prize. We wish she would ask before she takes one, but Heidi thinks stealing is part of the fun. Marshmallows and M&Ms are something Heidi adores. No matter how many she eats, she always wants more. Heidi likes all kinds of nuts, but they don't always settle well in her guts. Once, she ate pistachios still in their shell, and it caused her to not feel very well. Oranges are very good for you. Heidi even likes them too. She eats fruit of any kind and doesn't even mind the rind. The sound of popcorn popping brings Heidi on the run into the kitchen looking for some fun. She patiently waits till the popping is done. She only gets a few pieces, but that's better than none. Quinoa is a nutritious grain. We eat it with veggies, but you could serve it plain. Once, when I spilled some on the floor, Heidi cleaned it up for me and then wanted more. Heidi likes rice. She thinks it's nice. But she will lick a dish of Rice Krispie treats clean until the treats can no longer be seen. In the snow, Heidi has so much fun. She loves to play and jump and run. To eat a snowball makes her day. She will probably eat them until she is old and gray. Last night, a tomato was Heidi's delight, and this morning when I turned on the light, another stain on the couch is what I did find, evidence of the tomato on which Heidi had dined. Once, when we decided to try udon noodles, Heidi ate the whole kit and caboodle. She would probably also even eat strudel. I wonder if you can serve these things to poodles? On Valentine's Day, Heidi can feel left out, so she might lie down on the couch to pout. She consoles herself by taking a box for herself. She is very proud of her stealth. Heidi enjoys eating watermelon in the summer. It's such a refreshing treat. The only thing that is a bummer is when summer ends, Heidi has to find something else to eat. A purse containing extra gum was forgetfully left on the floor. Someone had recently come back from the store. Heidi couldn't resist the smell or the taste. Another call to the vet was placed. Yes, Heidi will even eat a yam. We already knew she liked ham and jam. She likes vegetables, bread, meat, and fruit, and we still think she's very cute. Sometimes, for a meal, I will chop up zucchini. We might even eat it served on rotini. Heidi can make it disappear like Houdini. She could probably do the same with panini. All the stories I've told here are actually true, and I wrote this book just for you. I hope you enjoyed that story about Heidi, and what I really hope is that you will be inspired to write your own book. You could do like I did and take pictures of things. You could put it together with rings, or you could put it together with yarn. You could just fold it together and staple it, whatever you wanted to do, and you could make it an alphabet book, or you could make it a book about something that you really like. I know some people like rocks, and you could take pictures of different kinds of rocks, or you could take the rocks and put them into the shape of a letter and then take a picture of that and make an alphabet book like that. Just whatever you want to do. I hope that you will be inspired to write your own book. Next, I want to show you something really fun that my friend did. She took the shape of the letter Z and she turned it into a zebra. So watch this quick video to see how she did it. My friend Zigzag Zebra is here to help me say goodbye. So in the words of Tigger, ta-ta for now. Be sure to click on the words Show More underneath this video to access more fun activities for the letter Z. There's letter Z read-alouds like the Z was zapped. There's instructions on how to make zip lines and tips on how to turn the letter Z into a zebra.